the way we talk about issues has changed because of who gets to serve in the legislature. And so why is this important for redistricting? It's because if we have maps that are drawn by people who don't make a priority to ensure that there is a lens of fairness in our districts, to make sure that the voices of all Minnesotans get to be at the table, not just represented, but get to be at the table and get to have a voice, then we are not going to have a map of representation that represents the state. And the final thing that I will say, and I'm happy that this was addressed at the federal level, but the concern about Minnesota losing a state a federal representative is a big deal. Your ability to access your representatives is really important. And a lot of people, every year there's a bill, make the legislature smaller. It's like, go for it. Because there are people in greater Minnesota who will not be able to have access to their legislators. And that's what we're going to see if we lose a federal representative. You should be able to, and here we are in the 2nd Congressional District, and I think that we've all had this experience where we can find our congressional representative right now, and we can call her office, or we will see her in person at an event, or at a restaurant in Egan. I can tell you which ones to stake out if you having your representatives be part of your community is incredibly important. And if we lose representation, it's going to be much harder for citizens to have a voice. And that's why it matters so much. And so this notion that we were going to make people declare their citizenship or their documentation when they were counted for the census puts Minnesota at real risk. And so the federal government did address that, and we are going to have a fair census counting process that's not going to unfairly frighten people away from being counted.
Hey, I'm not sure the Supreme Court has ruled on it. They can still flip it.
For now. But it's something, if anybody in the country should care, Minnesota should care. Our representation is on the line. And so that's a few little high-level points that I think about when I think about redistricting and when I'm looking at these bills. I'm actually a co-author of the bill that isn't advancing, but very supportive of the one that is. And I will stop there. Thank you, Senator. And I did want to say Representative Garofalo said that he was going to stop by too. I left committee before he did. So
okay.
We were debating clean energy, so forgive me for being late.